Have you ever wondered how to practice soloing on the drums? Today I'm going to show you how to develop your ability to solo using a step-by-step method, whether you're a beginner or advanced player. I'm going to take all the mystery out of it once and for all. As an added bonus, at the end of the video, I'll show you how to extend these concepts even further. By the way, if you are new to Brad Allen Drums, I'm a professional drummer based out of Kansas City. I'm also a private drum teacher who has helped many different students to master the art of soloing, including my student Zach Forsyth, who became a professional jazz drummer and toured China with trumpeter Lee Sachuan. Okay, there are many ways to develop solos and ideas. The way I'm going to recommend first is to take a simple idea and develop it in the following manner. Start with a 2-measure beat in a specific style. I'm going to use a rock beat as an example. In your own practicing, you could also use any other beat or genre you want to improve in your playing, whether it's jazz, samba, salsa, or whatever. I'm going to start with a 2-measure rock beat example. On beat 4 of the second measure, I'm going to play a rhythmic idea on the snare drum. Think of the snare drum as your home base, so start by playing your solo or fill idea on the snare. Once you're comfortable playing it on the snare, try playing some of the notes on other drums. By the way, this video is designed to go along with an article on my website. I have written examples there that you can follow along with. Just follow the link in the video or in the comments below. Okay, you want to come up with several ways of playing your basic idea around the set. Play each idea until it's comfortable. After you're comfortable with each individual idea, start randomly going between each of them. Next, extend the idea. Instead of one count, play it for counts 3 and 4 in the second measure. Again, you can start by playing it over and over the same way until you get comfortable with it, then start mixing it up. You can also start adding some variations if you want, maybe some eighth notes, etc. Now we're going to extend it some more. We're going to alternate 1-measure rock beat and 1-measure solo. And again, we're going to use the ideas we developed in the previous examples. Depending on what level you're at, you can start adding different rhythms to the basic idea we're working on, maybe some 16th notes. If you're a beginner, keep it simple. I'm going to demonstrate here adding some other ideas. The whole idea here is to learn to play musical ideas within one measure before working on longer solos. This is basically a one-measure drum solo. I should mention too that it definitely helps you to play these ideas if you have your stick control together. This allows you to play faster and easier. I have 10 exercises for speed that I'd like to send you absolutely free that'll really help you with that. These are the same type of exercises that helped my student Matthew Lam win a fastest hands drumming competition 2 years in a row. Just follow the link in the video or in the comments below to get a free copy. Okay, once you're comfortable with 1 measure solos, start practicing 2 measure solos. 2 measures of rock beat and 2 measures of drum solo. Think of it like composing a melody for the drum set. You can write your solos out and then practice them sometimes, and that's another technique that'll really help. It's like slowing improvisation down so you can think about what you're playing. But you should also spend lots of time improvising without stopping. That's important because that's probably what you're going to be doing when you're playing with a band. Extend this idea again. Play 4 measures of rock beat and 4 measures of solo. And by the way, this is something that's done all the time in jazz. It's called trading fours. So this is a good way to develop your ideas and soloing ability. You can use this process to develop new ideas you come across, including creative uses of rudiments on the drums or ideas you get from watching some of your favorite players. And again, you can go through these steps using other beats in other styles like jazz or samba. Now for the bonus I mentioned earlier. Many times longer drum solos are just extended versions of 4 measure solos. The first thing to practice next is 8 measure solos. It's quite common in some music to solo over the form of the tune. 12 measure blues is a very popular form, for instance, so practice 12 measure solos, which is 3 sets of 4. By the way, the longer the solo you play, the harder it is in my experience. Good solos are interesting. You can't just play the same idea for 12 measures. That would be really boring to listen to. Instead, think of the way you might structure your solo. Maybe the first 4 measures you play an idea, the next 4 measures you play a different idea, and then return to the first idea again for the last 4 measures. And recall what I mentioned earlier about thinking like a composer. A good composition has some repetition and some variation. And a drum solo is basically a drum composition. You want to look up common song forms on the internet. Do a Google search for that. Another common one is 32 measures. A drummer should be able to solo over all the common song forms, and so that's the next thing to practice. Practice playing over the common song forms. Many times rock solos are actually free form, but they do still have a structure to them. Watch a great rock drum soloist like Neil Peart. Pay close attention to the way he develops one idea. Then he moves to another idea. Watch how he ties those ideas together. Then practice creating your own free-form solos based on whatever ideas you are personally able to play. As I mentioned earlier, I have 10 of the best exercises for speed and control that I'd like to send you to help you really get your hands together. Just follow the link in the video or in the comments below to get a free copy. Now, who is your favorite drum soloist? Please comment below. Or if you want to just comment helpful, that would be really awesome. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. Thank you for watching, and I have a great video about playing along with recordings that I know will also really help you. Please watch that next, and I'll see you for the next video.